Pocho, you're lame, dog. Quit saying my name, dog. You thirsty getting clout. You get no views on your podcast anyways, dog. Stop capping, my boy. Yeah, you reached out. You talk good about me. I never did an interview with you, my boy. You wanted to go on live. I never did, because why? I know what it is. You're making a narrative that's never going to happen. Dog, there's too much bloodshed, too much bullshit going on. Prison is prison. The streets is the streets.
Hey, what it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Chicano podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. What are we talking about today? Of course, big fat dude coming out of Sacramento, California. A rapper, a podcaster, a good gangster, but a horrible, just a horrible human being. Yes, a horrible human being. I've come to conclude that this fool spent 20 years in prison and just became the worst person ever. So we're going to go. There's too many clips, bro. There's too many stuff. He's over here disrespecting his own OGs. Shout out to Don Chingaling. You mean? I forgot his whole name, but disrespects them. Then he comes down to Los Angeles, disrespects Southsiders on their own turf, calls them scraps. And then he also lies and says that Southsiders can snitch on black people in prison. And he does it. I'm not going to break it down into details, but he breaks it down and he does it in these really messed up ways. Then he goes back up north and disrespects a dead Southsider. Money Sign Sway calls him a snitch, saying that he was crying to his girlfriend in letters. And that's like dry snitching, you know? But goddamn, the dude is dead, bro. He's dead. Seriously, man. And then what else does he do? I mean, he just can't stop. And he's getting threatened by Southsiders down the south, you know, podcasters. And I get it that this fool's been a hardcore gangster his whole life and did 20 years and hurt so many people. But it's like hilarious, bro. Then it says Chito Ranas is a snitch because he didn't, because on a podcast he went to one yard to another yard. It's just like insane, bro. We're going to go through the clips though because we got to get the evidence. You feel me? We got to put some paperwork on these paperwork podcasters. But it's just like a horrible human being, bro, right? He's lying, right? He's dividing his people. He's disrespecting people. He's not being a gentleman on his own turf. He's trolling people, you know, while he had the right to work with DJ Flip. You feel me? Like, he didn't work with DJ Flip because he really wanted to. He did that because he trolled them. You know what I mean? And it's just like, dad, dude, I think it's almost hilarious, bro. Like, it's almost, I can't even believe it, dog. It's hilarious that, you know, and then it's like, man, it's just not a good look for him. He thinks he's doing something, but even Adam 22 was looking at him like a fucking buster, bro. But here we go. Let's listen.
So Thump, he's a young OG now. Gotta slow his roll a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So it looks like OG Norteño checks Thump live on the podcast after he was going back and forth with some Southsiders in LA. He said he pulled Thumps to the side and let him know he needs to slow down his roll. And it's crazy because after he said that, Thumps never came back and...
So shout out to the homie, man. He really showed some professionalism and tried to step in and show these fools, like, you know, how Northerners that I was raised, how they carry themselves, you know. And he tried to do it like with a funny little nudge, you know, to the homie. But BFD wasn't going for it. And it just shows you that this fool don't have the respect for his elders or his homies or nothing. It's just his way or the highway. And that's the worst type of person. And it's true, bro. I don't know how long you're going to be here acting that way.
You guys think you got in trouble? Let's load up that clip.
Talking to Thumps out there earlier about how you conduct yourself now. So Thump, he's a young OG.
He said, how do you conduct yourself? Young, you know, Thumps, you're a young OG now, bro. You got to conduct yourself in a different way. And that's the thing, is that these fools are showing youngsters how to crash, how to not conduct themselves, how to hurt themselves. This is dangerous, bro. Though if you're like 1920 acting like BFD, your life's over. You're going to prison. You're going to jail. This is where this guy's going to help send you. You know, he's like a agent provocateur back in the day. He's like a FBI agent, you know, that wants to hurt our people. He comes into it. I mean, where did this guy come from? He came out of prison and it came in to divide. In history, it doesn't matter. People always like, why are you talking about this stuff? It's because this is where all the people are at, and I need to let the people know that this is not right. You know, and these this guy Don, whatever, Chingaling, and like he's trying to nudge him in the right direction, but he's not all like, he's too nice. You feel me?
Now gotta slow his roll a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta set a better example. We want to go viral for something positive.
We gotta set an example. We gotta set an example, Thumps. You think your family's proud of you that you took a trip to LA just because the internet told you couldn't go? So you left your family? That's so hilarious to me, dog. You guys, my family's right next door, bro. I don't have to go nowhere. I would never leave my family to make a point on the internet. And you want to go viral for something positive, bro. I just don't understand this. You know what I mean? BFD, Thumps, all of you guys, when you're around your family, your friends, this looks really cool, like to your uncles and your tios and your family members, your mother's proud of how you're conducting yourself on the internet. See, my family understands. They're proud of me because I'm fighting the enemy. You guys are the enemy of the people, bro. You might think you're not the people. You're the enemy of the people. You don't even speak the language of the people. You don't even understand the cultural attributes, the little things that makes somebody Mexican, you know? You're like a cancer on our people, bro. And hopefully there'll be something, you know, some kind of chemo to burn you up out of here, dog. Because you're not good for the people, bro. Remember I said it.
Negative nowadays. I feel like as long as I'm a buster, there's scraps. That's how it goes.
That's his little term. As long as I'm a buster, there's scraps. Like, who hurt you, dog? Who got you in your little feelings and hurt your little heart, dog, to make you that you can't even, you know, just be respectful? Nobody, I mean, like, this, I don't remember anybody getting on the internet saying BFD is a buster. You know what I mean? You called yourself a buster.
I don't know about that because I ain't never been a buster, really. I've stayed buster. What you mean, 140%? I get what you mean. 140% buster, straight up. We from a different generation where that meant something else. So Thumb, he's a young OG.
This is what's crazy. He's like, this is why he doesn't make sense. He just said, and as long as I'm a buster, there's scraps, right? Well, nobody called you a buster. You're calling yourself a buster. And this vato was like, I don't know what you're saying. I never was a buster. Either was I. In my community, first of all, they didn't call us busters. They called us chaps, chapetes. That just shows you like generational where people are at. Buster was that came later in the 2000s, bro. Stop it. There was no real, fools were not calling each other busters, barely, or at least I was never called, me or none of my friends were rarely called busters right at the end in the 2000s. But it was chaps, chapetes, fool, you fucking chapetes. You know what I mean? And this fool's trying to say, dog, that listen, dog, I'm not a buster. You know what I mean? Stop saying that we're and then there was this term, what happened is they started calling us buster, so then we started saying 114% buster. It's true. I know there's fools that have it tattooed. I would even say it sometimes. But what this fool's trying to say is, dog, we were never busters. We were Norteños, you know, have some honor in your gangsterism. And that's why the first point right here is why this vato's a bad human being, dog, is that he doesn't listen to his OGs. So let me know in the comments below if this vato deserves to have honor, you know what I mean, in what he's doing, dog. It's just like crazy, fool. Like, he won't even listen to his OGs that's trying to be respectful. And now we go to LA, you know what I mean, and see what he says when he goes to LA. It's just incredible.
Are you talking about the Are you talking about the Southerners telling on
blacks in prison?
Blacks. It happened.
Acting as if the homies would be allowed to snitch, they're not gonna give you no chances, dog. You better have your pistol on you, dog. You better have something. You better have your own boys deep, dog, because when they catch you, dog, they gonna air you out.
So it looks like OG Black Sureño just reacted to the Norteño BFD pulling up to No Jumper, and he said that the homies ain't gonna give this fool a pass anymore after he went on No Jumper talking about southsiders could tell on other races in prison, but it's obviously a lie. He went and played along with Adam 22's game, and now Sureño YouTuber Zod is saying that he's putting himself in danger. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's load up that clip.
For you, BMG, they're gonna find you, dog. Like, I see it, dog. You're gonna be probably driving somewhere, fool, and pull up and eat you up, dog. Or you gonna get caught sipping on a spot that you think is safe. Because when they catch you, dog, they gonna air you out. I predicted it with Savage Studio. I predicted with LOL.
Are you talking about the Southerners telling on?
I know this fool just loves to be in the media.
Are you talking about the Southerners telling on
Blacks in prison?
Blacks. It happened.
Acting as if the homies would be allowed to snitch, they're not gonna give you no chances, dog. You better have your pistol on you, dog.
Yeah, bro. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is the second part of why this fool's not a good human being. Now, he doesn't listen to his homeboys, his OGs, but now he goes to another man's land, even though it's not even their land, but he goes to their turf and disrespects them on their own turf and lies. Not only calls them scraps, but lies and says that they do something in prison that they don't do.
Have something, you better have your homeboys D, dog, because when they catch you, dog, they gonna air you out.
So it looks like OG Black Sureño just reacted to the Norteño BFD pulling up to No Jumper, and he said that the homies ain't gonna give this fool a pass anymore after he went on No Jumper talking about Southsiders can tell on other races in prison, but it's obviously a lie. He went and played along with Adam 22's game, and now...
That's another thing, bro, is that, like, I don't even know if it's just straight. I wouldn't say that it's just Adam or No Jumper, but it's like Adam's going to ask those kind of questions because that's why he's there, bro. You know what I mean? But if you notice, like, it didn't do much for his career, you know, and I just feel like Adam's, and he's asking him because he doesn't like him, you know, and he's putting him in a bind, but it's cool.
And your YouTuber Zod is saying that he's putting himself in danger. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and let's load up that clip.
For you, BMG, they're gonna find you, dog. Like, I see it, dog. You're gonna be probably driving somewhere for them, pull up and eat you up, dog. Or you gonna get caught sipping on a spot that you think is safe. Cause when they catch you, dog, they gonna air you out. I predicted it with Savage Studio. I predicted with Lol.
Are you talking about the Southerners telling on
Blacks in prison.
Black?
All right, so then now he goes down south, bro. You know what I mean? I might have to cut this video up, but now he goes down south, and Neil Azad is a OG YouTuber, Black Sureño, that does not like Norteños, calls them chaps. He's disrespectful too, but he doesn't come up here to Northern California disrespecting us on our own area, you know? But this fool is saying that, dog, you're talking this way spicy, that you know you're going to get yourself caught up in danger, and that's what's crazy. Once we go from, like, entertainment to being dangerous, that's what, like, who wants that kind of party, bro? That's what I was trying to tell you. We're having a great party. Me, Gold Toast, Swifty Blue, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? What's that fool from San Diego? I already forgot his name. Little Grifo, that who gets beat up all the time. You know, Baldacci, the real one. We had Doughboy 909. We had a gang of fools. We were all having a good time, fool. Fools from up here too, but no, you had to come and ruin the party, bro. So anyway, and then, okay, lastly, there's so much stuff, I don't know. So 1, he doesn't listen to his homeboys. 2, he lies, disrespects the South Side on Southern territory. It's like crazy. You know what I mean? And lies about prison, that he's that creates, and I'm not saying that some things that he might not say, like it's a fact that there's probably been a black guy in the world that snitched on a Sureño, and there's probably been a Sureño that snitched on a black. There's probably been a Norteño that snitched on like, bro, he made it say, like, I'm not lying because I just said, like, you know, yeah. But how he said it, come on, you know what you were doing. So you just gotta stand on it. That's all. And then here we go.
So it looks like the Norteño saying they got proof that Chito Ranas is a snitch after I called these fools out yesterday saying they ain't got no paperwork on Chito Ranas or money sign Suede. And this is what these fools had to say. Let me know what you...
And remember, I already watched this, when they, what their paperwork is, it's not like paperwork like you snitched on somebody and went to, like, legitly. It's like little shit, like one of it's not going to a tank, the other one's writing to his girlfriend, bro.
In the comments, and let's load up that clip.
Crazy Hood Media is saying, how you call yourself No Paperwork Podcast will be putting the snitch allegations on Chito. Well, we got to show you. We got something for you. Chito said it himself. Chito was in our county jail and told the police he couldn't be on the east side, that the Sureños go to the west side, and he was putting them with all the Norteños.
But, bro, who cares, dog? I mean, that's not like what we really think about snitching, you know? That's just messing up, you know, like little things in jail. I don't know. I guess that's like dry snitching or something, but he didn't. To me, you got to snitch on somebody and they have to get in trouble, you know, even if they did it, it doesn't matter as long as they got in trouble for it. Him, Chito Ranas, snitching and saying he needs to go to another yard doesn't hurt anybody, just gets him off a yard. Maybe it's him rolling it up, but. And, I mean, to me, gangbanging isn't about just going in and crashing out, bro. He's not going to... He even talks about that he gets jumped. But that's not snitching to me.
He ain't supposed to say none of that shit. He's supposed to go to the east side and get in.
My first day, I got.
He's supposed to go to the east side and get down. Yes, but how is that snitching in terms of hurting somebody? Like,
Put me in the North Day tank. Hey, I tell his ass, hey, I'm not supposed to be on the east side. Homies always put me on, hey, because when you go to jail,
told you that.
Yeah, when you go to jail, you belong with us on the west side. I'm like, yeah, I did about 3 months. I got fucked up.
So it looks like the norteño saying they.
so basically, look it, and then last one.
Blue Devils.
So it looks like the norteño saying they got proof that
Now they got actual more proof on Sway too.
Ranas is a snitch. After I called these fools out yesterday saying they ain't got no paperwork on Chito Ranas or money sign Sway. And this is what these fools had to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and let's load up that clip.
Crazy Hood Media saying how you call yourself No Paperwork Podcast. We'll be putting a snitch.
First of all, I just still think that you guys are gangsters and you're calling yourself the No Paperwork Podcast and you guys are going through paperwork, you know, on the internet. I wish there were some OGs that would just get into their ear, bro. There's no real OGs in Sacramento that got no power. You know what I mean? That can tell these fools their gangster is just way off. Their politics are whack. You know what I mean? And they're, again, I don't even know. I want to say good gangsters, bro. They're just horrible human beings. Well, anyway, the whole point is that I'm not even going to look for the other one. The main thing is that he gets mad at, he says that Money Sway was calling to his girl, writing to his girl about the bad things that were happening or whatever. And yeah, I guess that's snitching in its own way, right? But
Guns literally snitched.
And I mean, so did Chito, and so did
Money Side Sway.
Money Sign Sway. He's saying Money Sign Sway hard. How was he hard? He was telling on those folks. And he was crying to his girlfriend about what the big bad dudes are doing in there to him.
it's not that, but anyway, all of this, bro. Why, dog? Why, dog? Why? It's just hilarious. You don't gotta get it like this, dog. I don't know, bro. I don't feel like this is gonna take you far anyway. Last thoughts, bro, is that this fool is a horrible human being, dog. He's a demon, and I hope that he doesn't get distinguished by karma, dog. You put so much negative energy out in the world, bro, it's gonna come back to you eventually. And your music's not hitting the same way. The podcast is cool, bro. You're getting views, but you're getting views in podcasting or like in this little genre, bro. It's not going to go anywhere further than this, you know? I should probably say that to myself too, right? But I don't know, BFD. I just think it's hilarious, bro. Hilarious that you can't even listen to your own homeboys that are trying to get, you know, put some game in your ear. You're not humble. You're not a professional. You're not a gentleman. You go down south, you disrespect the southsiders on their own term, call them scraps. You know what I mean? Lie about how they carry themselves in prison, bro. That's generations of human beings, dog. And what's crazy, bro, and you know, and then lastly, you know, you say that Chito Ranas and Money Sign Sway, who's dead, has a family, bro, that's still mourning that they snitched when really they just kind of like lightly dry snitched, or they just didn't do or maybe they didn't follow protocol the perfect way that you think they should. And it's just crazy. These gangster Karens are out of control. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you guys are rolling with BFD, if you guys like his politics, if you think it's good that he's bringing all this division and disrespect back into the community, and where you think it's going to go. You know, is he going to make it? You know, is he going to be like a Savage Studios, or is he going to create something? Everybody that goes too far, it seems like they don't make it. So hopefully he doesn't go too far, reels it back in, kind of like his homeboy Insane. I feel like Insane doesn't fall to a lot of like the little things that he does, but I don't know, bro. From that to all the hating on Gold Toes, bro, it's like this fool just spews hate and division. Like he has nothing positive or good to say about anything. I just can't believe you'd want to kick it with someone like that every day. But eventually somebody is going to get at him. Nobody's bigger than programming. There's always somebody stronger. And this fool is a runner, dog. He doesn't face people. I already know that for sure. Because he would face me. If he had a problem with us, he would have faced me. He would have faced Gold Toes in person and never went to the internet. That's what real gangsters do. So he's not a good gangster or a good human being. He's just a horrible human being. This is your boy Pocho of the Chicano Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support our real one in the field. And support the real, not the fake. This is your boy Pocho 1, and I'm out.